better rip it, low vis, high vibes as always.
Open up! What's up, everybody? My name's Hayden Wright, Curated expert.
I'm Brandon Westberg, also a ski expert with Curated.
We just had an awesome day doing some head-to-head skis here at beautiful Powder Mountain.
In this episode of Head to Head, we had the K2 Mindbender 108 Ti versus
the Black Crow Atris. Super fun skis, very similar in certain aspects. We were really excited to get two of them and, line them up and talk about it with each other and see which ones, performed better in our three categories.
Those categories are carving performance.
Yep, Freeride, and
our last category is Freestyle. So we had a ton of fun going through these three categories, and it's gonna be a close matchup in this head-to-head today.
And now, let's get it.
Let's do it. K2 claims that the Mindbender 108 Ti is a strong directional freeride ski.
Black Crow claims that the Black Crow Atris is everybody's big mountain ski. Brandon, what did you think about the K2 Mindbender 108s in the carving category?
I had quite a lot of fun carving this edge to edge. There is some metal in the core of this ski, especially in the Y-beam in the front of the ski. They did widen the Y-beam, which means they added a little more metal into the core of the ski. So of course that made it a bit heavier. I didn't really feel any chatter when taking this thing edge to edge, firmer snow or softer snow. What did you think in the carving category?
Man, he hit it on the head where they added more metal in that Y-beam. Brandon and I both were like hitting the brakes hard on it. Didn't get any chatter, was a great carver. And then now jumping into the Black Crow Atris for the carving category. For a 105 millimeter wide ski, it got over pretty quick and easy. That was one thing, as well as the rocker in the tip and tail. Sometimes if you get a lot of rocker in the tip, when you're starting to carve and stuff, that's where you'll start getting a little bit of chatter. It didn't have much, surprisingly, though. What did you think about the Black Crow Atris in the carving category?
I did experience some chatter at a bit higher speeds on groomers.
Yep.
We did get to smear the ski and skied at a bit lower speeds as well. So when we were skiing it at slower speeds, carving was amazing. It was a bit more playful and fun, I thought, than the Mindbender.
So what do you think, the Black Crow Atris or the K2 Mindbender 108 Ti in the carving category?
I think it's the K2 Mindbender 108. It was just so damp and felt so great underfoot when initiating my turns.
And in that category, between both these skis, I'm going with Brandon too. I think definitely carving the K2 Mindbender 108 Ti crushed it.
Definitely, totally did.
Our second category is Freestyle. We both got to get pretty playful on both of these skis. Brandon, touch base on the Black Crow Atris in the Freestyle category.
I had a lot of fun on the Black Crow. It does have a lot of pop. There's a little bit less metal in the core than the K2. So I think that's why we see a lot more pop with this ski. Skiing at Switch was awesome. Comparing Switch skiing, I think that the main difference here is the Black Crow has a full twin, and the K2 Mindbender 108 does not have a full twin tip. I think we did definitely ski the K2 Switch. Little sketchy, but as far as the Black Crow, has a lot more pop than the K2 in my opinion, and ski switch really nicely. It was really fun from the freestyle perspective. We popped around, we did some spins.
Now the K2 Mindbender in the freestyle realm, with all that metal, it's definitely going to benefit it in the carving category, but when you're looking more at the freestyle aspect of it, we did kind of notice when we were trying to throw some spins, they were smaller airs, but that weight, the weight difference between both of those skis, again, it excelled the Mindbender 108 Ti, but I think in the freestyle category, it kind of hurt it a little bit.
Totally. I think the Black Crows takes the cake for me in freestyle realm because of the swing weight and also that full twin tip as well.
Yep. Yeah, on this one as well, Brandon and I are both in full agreement. It's the Black Crow Atris for freestyle category takes the cake.
So our last category in this head-to-head is Freeride. We'll start out with the Black Crow here. Hayden, what did you have to think about that?
Yeah, for being 105 millimeters underfoot, Freeride to me, I kind of hear pow, and the Mindbender 108 is 108, the Black Crow at 105. It's not much, but I think it's just enough to where you might want something more. But going back to the Black Crow Atris and its weight and stuff, if you're kind of starting to throw some turns down like a big open face and you see like a rock or a feature you want to go hit, I think that the Black Crow Atris has like a little bit more pop and might be, you know, a little quicker to turn on edge since it is a little skinnier. So if you're focusing on the aspect of maneuverability and that case for free ride riding, which is a huge factor, it was fun. What did you think about the K2 Mindbender 108 Ti in the free ride category?
I thought it was really great. Touching a little bit on the Black Crow before we move on to that, it would float pretty well because it's not too heavy, especially some heavier powder. I don't think this would be sinking at all. I think we'd be floating right on top of that Black Crow.
Kept it up high.
Right. Moving on to the Mindbender, I do also think it would be a touch better than the Black Crow. It does have a lot of rocker up towards the tip. And again, touching on that waist width differential of 105 with the Black Crow compared to the 108 in the Mindbender, I think the 108 being a bit wider just gives you a little bit more flotation in the POW. I have gotten to ride this ski in the powder actually on the East Coast, and I had a pretty good time. It floated very well. And also a main takeaway here is how well this ski blasts through the chopped up snow. So overall, I would really enjoy it a bit more in the free ride perspective than the Black Crow.
I'm gonna have to disagree. We've been agreeing this whole episode, but for me, the Black Crow Atris, you know, in the free ride category, if you wanted to take that landing switch, that was kind of the big factor. Everything else though, Brandon said was kind of spot on, but the whole, you know, confidence in that twin tip tail, I'm gonna pick the Black Crow Atris in the free ride category. Overall, Brandon, what do you think wins the head-to-head in your opinion?
So really tough battle here, but I think for me, overall winner is gonna be the K2 Mindbender 108 Ti.
Well, we can't always agree, man. I love you, but I think, in my opinion, the Black Crow Atris was my winner between the two. No disregard to the K2 108 Mindbender Ti. If both these skis were in front of me, I would probably pick the Black Crow Atris just because it fits my style and where I typically ski. But that just kind of proves our point here at Curated.
As we know, most all skis ride differently for different types of skiers. So if you're debating maybe if you want a Mindbender 108 versus a Black Crow Atris, please come see us at Curated. We'll help you hop on the best ski for you.
Hey, if you guys like these head-to-heads or any of our other ski reviews, don't be shy, subscribe. We only put out great content. Hit that like button. Maybe drop a comment.
Yeah, if you want to see what's up next in the next head-to-head series, we'd love to hear a comment for you. Just type it away. Would be really exciting to see some skis in the comments, so go for it.
Do it.